Hey guys, it's Nick, and the Blackhawks made some news today as they trade away Maatta to the LA Kings. And this was a cap dump. The Hawks needed to make this trade because going into this week, it is free agency on Friday. And, well, the Hawks needed cap space, so they made a trade with the LA Kings where it involved us moving Maatta over there. Honestly, I'm okay with it because we open up an additional $3.3 million, so that's good. So, let's go into the trade details, okay? What the LA Kings are going to be getting. They get Maatta. Um, Maatta is 26 years old, a defenseman who's played 427 games in the NHL with 29 goals, 95 assists, and 124 points. And 2 Stanley Cup rings from the Pittsburgh Penguins. This was a cap dump. LA took on the cap, and the Hawks did have to retain some, like $750,000, so not that much in retain. But this was a cap dump. LA has a player that can play for them for 2 years, or they would move him. Who knows? This is a move the Hawks made for themselves to benefit them. This is also a move for LA to get better because they are in a rebuilding phase. So this is a beneficial trade. I honestly feel like this could work out either way. What the Blackhawks are going to be getting. $3.3 million in cap space and a 23-year-old centerman in Brad Morrison. Morrison played in the ECHL last season in the Kings organization, but he could potentially be in the Rockford IceHogs this coming season. This was a move for the Hawks to open up cap space. They did retain, of course, $750,000, which isn't much on the books. That's for 2 additional seasons, where if we have bought out Maatta, it would have been an additional 2 years added onto where Maatta would be on the books for half the contract. But now the Hawks manage moving out $3.3 million to gain for this coming week and off season to play with for free agency. With also, this move opens up a roster spot for players like Ian Mitchell and Nick Badin, who's our number 1 and 2 defensive prospect. This is a move the Hawks have made for future, and this is a smart thing the Hawks did, I honestly feel like. So, as you can see what LA gets, they get a defenseman that will help their blue line, and the Hawks gain cap space. This was what the Hawks were looking to probably do going forward, and they needed the cap space because they have players like Crawford, Kubalik, Strome, Caggiula, names go on. For free agency, they need to either re-sign or just get a contract done, and it's just something they needed to do. This was a beneficial move for the Hawks financially to keep the team going, and it also works out making rosters moves for next season by helping the Hawks gain a roster spot for a defenseman like Mitchell or Badin. This is a good move. I think this will help the Hawks out going forward, and I want to hear what your thoughts are on this trade. I think it's a good trade. I know we gave up a solid defenseman in Maatta, who played well in the bottom half of the season and in the playoffs, but it was something the Hawks needed to do to go into this offseason. Cap dump, and it works. Let's see if the Hawks use this cap efficiently and get some contracts done. I want to hear what your thoughts again on this trade. So thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!